All right, so today you are starting on a lesson that you're going to work on for 2 days. You'll find it in Schoology. Again, as I've said in a couple other videos, if you're watching this video, you've already found the assignment because it is listed in there. But today we're doing military web quest, and I have in the notes, but I always say in class there are two great reasons for joining the U.S. military. Number one is it is a way to get training and to get prepared for jobs that make it so that you get paid while doing it, that you don't have to go to college, that you can go in and you can become a pilot, you can become a mechanic, you can do a lot of different things. And when you get out of the military and you're going and applying for jobs in various places, and the job says experience required, and you come in and say, hey, I did this job in the military, that's the experience required. Like, they're going to be thrilled on your job application that is there. The second great reason for joining the military is that you want to serve our country and that you want to defend it against people around the world that are there. And I always say that the second one has to be your number one to join the military, and then the first one is kind of nice to go along with it. But if you're joining the military, you are joining the military. The story I always tell, because I remember it, is that during the late 90s, when things really started getting expensive in terms of college, people were trying to figure out how to pay for it. A lot of people joined the military to get that training, and one of the other benefits of joining the military is when you get out, you qualify for the GI Bill, and so they will pay for your college if you have served honorably within the military when you get out, and that's a huge savings. Like, they're not going to pay for you to go to Harvard, but they're going to pay for you to go to most schools that you would find in our area that you're interested in. But a lot of people did that and were encouraged to do that as a way to afford to it. And then on September 11th, 2001, we had the attack on the Twin Towers, on the Pentagon, the plane shot down over Shanksville. And within 48 hours of that, a lot of people got phone calls and said, hey, you need to report to this base at this time. You have been reactivated. And a lot of those people said, what now? I thought I just joined the military to get college paid for, but they were called back to serve because, again, they had joined the military. So again, if your number one reason is that you want to defend our country and that you want to serve us and our country in the military, that's the number one reason why you should join. But it is an opportunity to get skills and training that would cost you thousands elsewhere. Probably the classic example of that is, of course, being a pilot. If you want to be an airplane pilot, a lot of people go into the military, make the commitment to become a pilot, get trained and get out and serve for U.S. Air, United, for quite a long time. The commitment in the military is longer than the standard commitment if you want to be an aviator, because our government is paying money to train you. They want to then be able to use you for a longer amount of time because they've invested into you to have that, and that's a fair trade-off. That's there. So when you open it up, it's a Google Drive assignment. You're gonna create your own document, and it's the military web quest. It has the link to the site that we're using. This is a site provided by our federal government. I don't want to take the survey. And when it brings you into the services. Notice service commitment, full-time, part-time, and then the branches that are there and the opportunities that are there. And you'll see that the first thing it asks about are for the Army. What are your opportunities part-time? What are your opportunities full-time? And that's right here as you work your way through. The one thing you will notice in our worksheet that is not included in the worksheet, but is included on the website, is the branch of the military called the Space Force. So at the current time, when I first made this, and then beyond, like they don't have quite as much on there about the Space Force. As they begin to flesh that out more, we'll include it as a branch. It is a real branch of our military. If you're into technology, if you're into IT, if you're into all those things, it is a great branch of the service for you and a great training in that. So you'll work your way through it. And basically, if you just follow along, you'll do pretty good. When it comes to what's unique about the 5 branches, you're of course going to take a look and you're going to, just follow each of the ones and find out more about them. Now, I want to point one thing out, and let's see now that I have the video running. That I do it, that I always like to do point out that talks about something we talked about yesterday. So you'll see on the eligibility, this isn't part of the worksheet, but this goes to Mr. Carlson's soapbox that he stood on and talked about yesterday as well, that they talk about a lot of things relating to how you become. All right, I didn't pick the right one. I knew this was going to be a problem on. There we go. Eligibility requirements. There, I almost got the right one. That's there. Notice that when it comes down to, they have a lot of the different ones on here. It might be something that you want to see, but on education requirements, again, Mr. Carlson stands on a soapbox. But notice it says success in any branch of the military depends on a good education. A high school diploma is most desirable. Like, that's the key that opens thousands of jobs to you rather than limiting you to hundreds. Notice that, and I didn't notice this till we started doing the website. I talked about yesterday, if you don't get a high school diploma, a lot of people go back and get a GED, which then allows them to get all those jobs that are available for those that have a high school diploma. But they have on here, candidates with a GED, a general education development certificate, can enlist, but some services may limit their opportunities. And this is one of the few areas that I've really seen where they've said, okay, it's great that you've gone back and gotten the GED, but you didn't have that high school diploma, so there are still going to be some jobs that are not available to you. So again, Mr. Carlson soapbox, make sure you get your high school diploma. Opens up thousands of jobs rather than hundreds, and does you a lot of good. So this is kind of a long web quest. You'll work your way through each one of them. You will have 2 days to work on it. So today is Monday. You're going to have Monday to work on it, and you will also have Tuesday to work on it as well. You may try and talk the sub into working with partners, but I put on there no. Sometimes I do let you do that when you're here, but it's just better with subs and with people covering if the answer to that is no. Have some fun, learn about it. Again, for a lot of people, it's a great option, but make sure that number one reason is your number one reason, because we need you if that's your number one reason to serve in our military.